Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. Today, a brand new season dropped in FH5, which includes some very, very cool cars up for grabs. Like these, the Koenigsegg 1-to-1, the Exoset Forza Edition, and if you scroll through new for Forza Horizon 5, the Aventador J is up for grabs. I'm super excited to jump into that thing. We're actually going to be unlocking that tomorrow, checking out all of the customizations. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe. Before we go any further, check out the Forzathon shop. Ooh, okay. You've got a Firebird Forza Edition, Ferrari F12 TDF, an amazing vehicle, Porsche Panamera Turbo, and the Velociraptor. Okay. And last but not least, in the car pass is this, the Ferrari Monza Sp2. Side note, I think this vehicle might have some really cool customization. We will come back to that in a second, though. All of Twitch chat is yelling at me saying the sound. We like it. We like it. We're actually sitting at the middle of S1 class, so this thing might actually be pretty good to go and do some races with. As per usual, this wouldn't be an AR12 video without any fun facts about the Ferrari Monza Sp2. Right off the bat, the biggest fun fact is there's no roof. There's no windscreen. Ferrari actually built this thing kind of based off the Ferrari 812 Superfast. It actually uses sort of kind of exactly the same engine with a couple of tweaks on it. And then Ferrari sort of kind of took a chainsaw to the roof and made this. The reason it's named the Ferrari Monza Sp2 is there's actually another version of this called the Ferrari Monza Sp1. Both of the cars are identical except for one massive feature. If you get the Ferrari Monza Sp2, you like your friends. If you get the Ferrari Monza Sp1, you have no friend. The Ferrari Monza Sp1 is the identical car to this, except it only has one seat. Yeah, just one. No joke, there's actually a guy who lives in Monaco who has a Ferrari Monza Sp2, and no joke, he basically just drives around Monaco giving people drives in his Ferrari because, I mean, I guess that's what cool rich people do. So in terms of FH5, yeah, rear wheel drive, heavy Ferrari in the rain on a mountain road. Yeah, it's never gonna go that well. Twitch chat, we've got to ask ourselves, what do we want to do with the Ferrari Monza? I guess at the end of the day, since it is a Ferrari, we probably should race this thing. And based off that first race, it's definitely going to be able to pull some sick skids as well. We will come back to that. Let's start it off. S1 class race car. No engine swaps for the Ferrari Monza Sp2. Interesting. I was expecting you would have been able to toss like the LaFerrari engine into this, so that's kind of disappointing. We can make it all-wheel drive. I'm going to avoid that for my S1 class build. We can twin turbo it though. We've got some aero. We've got a big old front splitter, which looks absolutely terrible. Again, we will come back to that in a moment though, when we do our fully maxed out build. You know what? That rear wing doesn't actually look that bad on there. Usually I hate the Forza aero, but that's actually not bad. What I do need to focus on is my tires, because that was a slideshow right there. So wait, why is the Ferrari Monza on like sport tires and not like semi-slick tires, bone stock? Look at that performance difference. Already you're gonna get way more grip from that. Off-road chunky boys. Making an off-road Ferrari Monza could actually be a lot of fun. We'll come back to that as well. For now, let's go semi-slick tires and let's thicken up the tires in the front and the rear. We've also got some engine spacers to bring those tires out beautifully, lovely front and rear. After that, we'll upgrade our drivetrain, get all the usual stuff on. We'll make it a race 6-speed transmission. Very nice. Then we come to our suspension. So we can toss on race suspension, lowers the vehicle down a little bit. We've got rally suspension, so maybe I will do an off-road build for this. And drift suspension. That looks really good. Every time we get a convertible vehicle like this, I want to see... Whoa. Whoa, the roll cage is sick. And then this is the upgrade that I really wanted to focus on, because like I said, with the Ferrari Sp1, you can remove that passenger seat. Oh. No. Never mind. Anybody else remember back in the day in Forza Horizon 1 when you actually did weight reduction, it removed the passenger seat? I'm just saying, FH5 developers, could we have that feature back? After all of our upgrades, 3,200 pounds, so we're a little bit lighter. We've got a little bit more horsepower, but more importantly, way more grip than we had before. The only colors you can get officially from the factory, black and red. You'll love to see it. The Ferrari red just looks so good, especially with the matching seats and like the matching interior. It just looks sick. It looks so good in red. I love that. Okay, we need another race for this thing, preferably not in our rain storm. Twitch chat is right. They're like, if you're driving in the desert, you're gonna get dust all up and in your face. I guess I should have customized my character, give him a little helmet and everything for these races, make it more legit. Anyways, though, now let's see what this thing can do not driving in the rain and with some thicker, grippier tires. It should be 1,000 times better. Come on, Ferrari. Bro, what was that? I think we might actually need to get the big rear wing on here and get the slick tires on here. Because if I don't try to hold this vehicle back a little bit, it's gone. It's sending that rear around. This thing is powerful and very, very light in the rear. Jeez. Come on. There we go. Very nice. Very nice, Monza. Move out of the way, poor person. My car costs exponentially more than yours. Holy, look at this. It's a violent vehicle. Yo, I love the shift lights on the wheel. Proper F1 stuff. I mean, I've just spent 2 million bucks on my Ferrari. In my mind, I'm not gonna hang around for these plebes in their regular Ferrari. Overall, I was expecting way more from this thing in S1 class. Like, it's just so tail happy. Wants to drift everywhere. I destroyed the AI there, but we should be destroying them way more than that. It just kind of feels very traction limited, where it just doesn't get any grip to put any of that horsepower down, which is kind of annoying. So let's go back to the festival and see if we can fix that. I'm about to break some of the biggest rules, probably in the Ferrari owner's handbook. Toss on my off-road race tires. Take a look at what it does to my class. It drops us all the way from the top of S1 class all the way down to the middle of S1 class. That is exactly what we want. I am gonna go all-wheel drive for this, and we're also gonna toss on some twin turbos. Very nice. Maybe if I get my roll cage, oh, wow, that actually makes my class go up, but that does look super cool. Enzo would not be happy with what we're doing here. We are breaking so many rules. 1,100 horsepower. We do weigh a little bit because we have all-wheel drive now, but I think that should be a little bit better. Perfect. I mean, I could drive with a helmet and goggles, or a spacesuit. I think that one's a little bit safer. No little rocks are gonna get me now. Haven't you always wanted to drive a Ferrari Monza down an active volcano off-road? What could possibly go wrong? Ferrari Monza off-road. I'm off-road racing a bunch of other supercars, so hopefully I'll have a little bit of an advantage here. The SLS seems quick, though. Bro, why is Ferrari building road cars? All right, that's probably why they're building road cars. How does this actually work so well? It's ridiculous. Who needs a Subaru, a Mitsubishi, an Audi? You need a Ferrari Monza with some off-road tires. This is where it's at. People who can't afford the Ferrari Monza, that's who. No joke, this Ferrari's actually gonna be such a beast when it comes to drifting. The more I drive this thing, the more I think it's not actually focused to do well for racing. I think this is a drift car. You would never expect a Ferrari to be able to do this stuff, and it just works. Like, I rip the handbrake into the corners, and it just slides beautifully. Apex to apex, handles the jump super nicely. No, the AI is gonna take us down again. The Ferrari's definitely struggling to win some races out here, so why don't we just say ignore S1 class, max upgrade the Ferrari Monza. We're gonna ditch those nasty tires, go full slick tires. We're already the middle of S2 class. Jeez. Finally, we can get full weight reduction on here. Middle of S2 class. That is ridiculous. Let's ditch that roll cage. We don't actually need it anymore. And then we're maxing the horsepower on this thing. Our fully maxed out Ferrari Monza Sp2, 3,100 pounds, 1,300 horsepower, and full grip on this thing. I love the headlights on it. The front grille is just perfect. The interior to match the red paint is just oof. The brakes to match the paint is awesome. My favorite part of the design on this vehicle is actually that ring that goes around the entire cabin. I don't know why. It's just cool. I'm not gonna lie. We've given you so many chances to win a race. This is your last attempt. Get a dub out here. Already carving our way through the pack. Haven't changed the difficulty. Pull a switch back there. Very nice move. Pretty good. It's pretty good. It does get a little bit of understeer because of that all-wheel drive, but it's not bad. Here we go. Up the inside again. Very nice. Ferrari Monza. The Ferrari Monza does not want to let us down. Already up to P2 at the end of lap 1. Come on. Ferrari, it's one position. Here we go. Switch back again. Nope. I was about to say better exit, then we got some slide on. He did as well, though. Come on. That's how you do. That's how you do. Let's go, Ferrari Monza. Do not bottle. Ferrari Monza. It took you 4 different builds, but you're finally fast. Let's go. Finally, the Ferrari Monza can win something in a cloud of smoke across the line. Saying that, though, you're never going to win a race online in S2 class because we're not at the max of S2. Ferrari Monza, you've really not been that great today. You've just struggled in basically all the races we've tried to do with you. So instead of racing, why don't we try to drift this thing? I mean, the Ferrari that we drove last time, the J50, that had that JDM DNA. Maybe this thing does as well. Like I said, it's front engine, rear wheel drive on super slippery tires, bone stock. I think this might actually do pretty well. We'll see. Anyways, we'll keep it rear wheel drive. We'll toss on some twin turbos. Let's go no upgraded twin turbos for this thing, but upgrade everything else. We should be good with that. Look at all of the paint jobs in here. Okay, those are sick. What a beautiful looking paint job on this thing. I have one on-road drift zone that I've still never done. Let's give this a go. A redlining Ferrari just sounds, oh, hits different. Hits way different. Come on, bud. Let's slide this thing through nicely. I think my tune's actually pretty good. Very slidey already. The only thing I might want to change is those gear ratios because we are redlining a bit too much. Overall, though, I think this is what the Ferrari Monza was born to do. Don't show this thing a racetrack, show it a drift zone. That didn't just get 3 stars. That absolutely destroyed 3 stars, 184,000. For 3 stars, we only needed 120. 1,044,000 is my personal best. The Ferrari J50 did 1 mil. How good is the Ferrari Monza gonna be? We're gonna need to send this through, as always, maximize all of our lines everywhere. We've got this, such a smooth drift car. 4 miles of drifting ahead of us. We're already on 100,000 points. Run the line wide. Maximize everywhere. It's one of those drift cars that's just so easy to drive. It genuinely does kind of remind me of like the JDM stuff that you can kind of toss on any upgrades to and it'll just slide. This thing is basically exactly the same. Jeez, I think we might be on for a new personal best though here. Based off our score already, we are doing really well in the Monza. There's 500,000 drift score. Still 2 miles to go. This is gonna be super close. Come on, Ferrari. We got to extend everywhere. Everywhere, Ferrari Monza. 600,000. This is gonna be so close. 900,000. Keep going. 950. Keep going. 60, 70, keep going, 980, 990. That beat the Ferrari J50. No! 1,000 points away from our personal best. Like I said in the previous episode, for those of you who don't know, the devs actually recently nerfed the drift zones, so you earn less drift points than you used to. Based off that, the Ferrari Monza is an absolute drift monster out there. This thing is a beast. If you would have told me this thing would have been trash at racing and just like a drift god out there, I would have never believed you. What a sick vehicle, Ferrari Monza. Tomorrow, we're going to be checking out the Lamborghini Aventador J. If you want to see that, make sure you subscribe. Should be a sick vehicle.